What if I told you that the key to unlocking your greatest potential, the secret ingredient to the life you've always wanted, isn't hidden in some ancient tome or locked behind a series of complicated tasks? What if I told you it was something as simple, yet as profoundly challenging as focus and dedication? Yes, my friends, it's not about discovering something new, but about appreciating and mastering what is already within our grasp. Have you ever asked yourself, what is that one key element that can transform my life? Well, let me tell you, it's not a secret hidden in the vast complexities of the universe. It's something far simpler yet profound: focus and dedication. Now think for a moment. Have you ever noticed how a magnifying glass can channel sunlight to start a fire? By focusing its rays onto a single point, it ignites. This, my friends, is the power of concentration, turning the sun's broad light into a focused beam that can set things ablaze. In our lives, this principle holds true. Spreading ourselves too thin, trying to grasp at everything, we often end up catching nothing. But when we channel our efforts into developing just one skill at a time, we ignite our potential, and the results can be truly transformative. Let me share a quick story. There was once a young musician, passionate but overwhelmed, dabbling in various instruments. Despite his love for music, he found himself stuck making little progress. Then he made a simple yet life-changing decision to dedicate himself solely to the guitar. This focus, this dedication, transformed him from a jack of all trades into a master of one, and his music, once lost in the cacophony, now had the power to stir souls. So let's explore together how focusing on just one skill at a time can not only enhance that area of expertise, but can ripple across the fabric of our lives, enriching it in ways we never imagined. How, by dedicating ourselves to a single path, we can uncover depths and heights within us, waiting to be discovered. Let's begin this exploration, shall we? In our world today, there's a widespread belief that to achieve more, one must do more at the same time. This notion of multitasking has been elevated, almost celebrated as a skill of the highly efficient and productive. But let's pause and question this. Is doing multiple tasks at once truly beneficial, or is it a myth that we've been led to believe? Let me share a story. Picture a juggler expertly tossing balls into the air, adding more and more, until his hands move in a blur. It's a spectacle, no doubt. But ask yourself, is his aim to keep batting balls until he inevitably drops them? Or is it the art, the sheer focus and dedication to each throw and catch that truly captivates us? You see, even the juggler knows, despite the illusion of multitasking, his focus is laser sharp on one ball at a time. Studies have shown, and perhaps your own experiences will echo, that multitasking often leads to diminished quality. When we split our attention, we're not giving our all to any one task. The result? Everything gets a piece of us, but nothing gets the whole. It's akin to watering too many plants with a single can of water. In the end, they may all survive, but none will thrive. So let me ask you, when was the last time you found yourself trying to do multiple tasks at once? Checking emails while on a call, perhaps, or scrolling through your phone during a meeting. Did you truly feel more productive, or did it leave you feeling somehow less fulfilled, like you were skimming the surface of your potential? Consider the power of dedicating your full attention to a single task, of diving deep into the work before you. It's there, in that depth, that we find true mastery, innovation, and satisfaction. Unlike the shallow waters of multitasking, where mistakes are made and lessons are overlooked, focusing on one skill, one task at a time, allows us to explore every nuance, to learn from every setback, and to savor every victory. Now, I'm not suggesting we turn a blind eye to the demands of our fast-paced world. No, that would be unrealistic. But what if we could approach our day with a clearer intention, deciding what truly deserves our focus and what can wait? What if instead of being pulled multiple directions, we chose one path to follow, one skill to develop, with the dedication of that gardener tending to his flowers, one at a time? The myth of multitasking is seductive. It promises more, faster. But in our pursuit of efficiency, let's not lose sight of effectiveness. Let's not sacrifice the quality of our work, the depth of our relationships, or the joy of our accomplishments on the altar of doing more. Instead, let's embrace the power of focus, the strength found in dedication, and the beauty of giving our all to the task at hand. As we move forward, I encourage you to reflect on your own habits. Challenge the urge to multitask and experiment with dedicating your full attention to one task at a time. Observe the difference it makes in your work, your relationships, and your personal. You might just find that in the end, focusing on one thing at a time isn't just more fulfilling. It's also more productive. In the realm of personal growth and achievement, there lies a principle so potent, yet so often overlooked in our pursuit of success. It's the principle of singular focus, dedicating oneself to the mastery of just one skill at a time. This principle, simple in its essence, is the bedrock upon which great achievements. Let's consider for a moment the stories of those who have reached the pinnacle of their fields. What do they have in common? A relentless pursuit of excellence in a singular discipline. Take, for instance, the legendary musician who mastered his instrument by practicing diligently every single day, focusing not on a wide array of instruments, but on perfecting the sound of one. Or the athlete, whose name we chant in stadiums, who became not just proficient, but extraordinary in their sport by dedicating countless hours to refining their technique and strategy in that one area. These examples are not mere coincidences. They illustrate a universal truth. Mastery requires focus. It demands that we pour our energy and passion into one skill, one craft at a time. This focus sharpens our abilities, allowing us to delve deeper, to understand more profoundly, and to achieve levels of excellence that were previously unimaginable. Now I invite you to pause and reflect. Think back to a moment in your own life when your focused effort led to a personal triumph. Perhaps it was learning to play a piece of music, mastering a new language, or excelling in a particular project at work. Recall how that focus felt? How the world seemed to fade away as you honed in on your goal? That, my friends, is the power of singular focus. But why does this focus make such a monumental difference? It's because when we concentrate our efforts on one thing, we're not just working harder, we're working smarter. We give ourselves the space to make mistakes, to learn from them, and to grow. We allow for the kind of deep, meaningful practice that leads to real improvement. Consider this. When a builder sets out to construct a skyscraper, they do not work on multiple buildings at once. They focus on laying one strong, unshakable foundation. That foundation supports the growth of something magnificent, something that can touch the sky. Similarly, when we dedicate ourselves to developing one skill at a time, we lay a foundation for our own greatness to rise. But don't just take my word for it. Look around you at the lives of those you admire, at the achievements that inspire you. Behind every great success, you'll find this principle at work. So, as we journey forward, let's commit to this path of singular focus. Let's choose one skill, one passion, one goal to pursue with all our heart and dedication. And as you do, remember that this journey is not just about achieving external success. It's about discovering your potential, about becoming the person you were meant to be. So, what skill will you choose to focus on? What greatness will you build on the foundation of your singular focus? Together, let's embrace this principle, not just as a strategy for success, but as a way of life. By dedicating ourselves to one skill at a time, we can not only achieve mastery, but also find fulfillment in the pursuit of our passions. So, let's start today. Let's focus, let's grow, and let's achieve greatness one skill at a time. In our exploration of personal development and success, it's vital to understand why focusing on developing one skill at a time is not just a preference, but a powerful strategy. The reasons it works are deeply rooted in both our psychology and practical effectiveness, enhancing our learning and problem-solving capabilities in ways that multitasking or spreading our efforts too thinly never could. Firstly, let's delve into the psychological benefits. Our minds, incredible as they are, thrive on clarity and focus. When we channel our attention into one skill, we create a mental environment where distractions are minimized and our cognitive resources are not just allocated but optimized for deep learning. This singular focus aligns with the concept of eye flow, a state where we are so immersed in an activity that everything else fades away, leading to greater joy in the process and improvements in mental well-being. Now think for a moment, when was the last time you felt this flow? Was it when you were juggling multiple tasks or when your attention was undivided? Moreover, concentrating on one skill at a time allows for deeper learning. It enables us to connect with the intricacies of the skill, understanding its nuances, and applying it in various contexts. This depth of knowledge fosters creativity, as we're better equipped to see novel solutions to problems and apply our skill in ways we hadn't imagined before. It's the difference between skimming the surface of a lake and diving deep to discover the treasures below. Which approach do you think is more likely to reveal the pearls of wisdom? From a practical standpoint, focusing on one skill at a time sets us up for better problem solving. When we fully commit to learning and mastering a single skill, we accumulate a wealth of specific knowledge and experience, making us adept at overcoming challenges related to that skill. It's akin to sharpening a knife. The more we sharpen it on one stone, the keener it becomes, slicing through problems with precision that a blunt blade could never achieve. Now, let's reflect on our current learning processes. How often do we scatter our energies, flitting from one skill to another, hoping to catch them all but truly mastering none? This approach can leave us feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, and underaccomplished. Instead, imagine the satisfaction and progress we could experience by dedicating ourselves to mastering one skill before moving on to the next. Can you recall a time when you applied this focused approach? So, what was the outcome? This strategy does not mean we should never learn multiple skills throughout. On the contrary, it encourages us to build a rich tapestry of abilities, one skill at a time,